Hey Dante, Anthony Rivardo here with Empire Sports Media. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Excited to be talking to you today and discussing your campaign here with AT&T. I want to go ahead and dive into that first and foremost and ask you what it's been like working with AT&T on this campaign, along with your Villanova buddies who you appear in the commercial alongside. And also, do you have any plans on watching any of the March Madness tournament with your Villanova buddies?
Watching it with them, absolutely not. I can't stand those guys. But watching it with other friends and family, yes, I will be tuned in. But no, AT&T made it super, super easy for me, super simple for me to, made me look really good in the commercial. So many fun little things happen throughout the day. And to have the opportunity to do it with, some of my closest friends, you couldn't ask for, anything to go as perfectly smooth as it did.
That's great to hear. And talking about those friends, you spent that one season with the New York Knicks. You got a chance to play with Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart, two guys that you won a Villanova championship with. How'd that feel playing alongside those guys at the NBA level?
It felt great. I mean, obviously, it's so interesting because you're in college, you're in that age bracket of what 18 to 21. Everyone's trying to figure out what they're trying to do with their lives and their careers, and the next thing you know, we're all in the NBA. We all have families at that point. Now we're all coming back together, and it's like just a different stage in life. And it was a lot of fun playing with them, and it felt like we were back in college again.
Yeah, and since you got to play with Jalen Brunson both at the collegiate level and then in the NBA, I mean, Brunson's had such a meteoric rise in his NBA career. What's been the separator for him that you've seen as one of his close friends and competitors alongside him and against him? What have you seen that's allowed him to separate himself and become one of the league's best?
I think, the thing is with, opportunity and preparation, I think that's the only thing that, he just got an opportunity to lead the team. I think this is it's no knock on when he was in Dallas, but, Luka was the man in Dallas and that was the thing. And, when you go to New York and different people are injured in and out and this and that, now you're the point guard and he had a chance to show what he was capable of. And everything he's doing now was exactly what he was doing in college, was exactly what he was doing in high school. He has the same game that he's always had. And it's a game that's, can last a very, very long time. He's not relying on above the rim play. He's not relying on the speed and the quickness. He'll outsmart you. He'll get to a spot. His skill is through the roof, and his willingness to get better and his willingness to win a game is kind of what separates him.
Right, and that's fantastic. We've seen that come to fruition many times during his career with the Knicks. And when you were with the Knicks, or even during your time at Villanova, was there one moment in your career that you really stand back and you look at and you say, that is the defining moment of my career so far?
Um, I wouldn't say there's one thing that shows a defining moment. I would say there's a lot of exciting moments that have happened in my career. Obviously the championship is what everyone remembers, having 31 in the chip and how good you feel, but also like the way performing last year in the playoffs is it was a um gradual climb last year throughout the season. Didn't start off playing that much and then started playing more and started playing better, and next thing you know, um with different injuries, with different guys in and out, like I said, opportunity presented itself and I took advantage of it. And I was very happy with how I performed last year. And, I was building off of that going into this year. So every single game I'm trying to get better, and every single year I'm trying to take the next step.
Yeah, and you mentioned this season, first season with Minnesota. How's that been so far? And, how's that transition been moving from New York over to Minnesota and playing with the Timberwolves?
It's been great. I'm having a hell of a time out here. It's been fun. The fans are great. Organization is, top tier, and they made everything so simple after the trade, and took care of the family, took care of everything. All I had to do was focus on basketball, and that's all I can ask for from an organization. And it allows me to just clear my mind and just play ball. And now we're clicking at the right moment.
Moving forward, obviously they didn't make it into the tournament, but do you have any expectations for the program? And have you been keeping a close eye on how the program's been doing?
Yeah, I keep an eye on them. I talk to some of the guys, I talk to the people and within the organization and the school, and there's just there's a collective thought and that we will be back to whatever status of what we were before when we were there. But it's also the realization is you're not going to have that every single year. So just getting back to the drawing board, getting back to work, getting the guys back into the gym, and whatever team we have going forward, just knowing that whatever standard that we had when we were there and our identity that we were there, just gets implemented again, and they get back to it. That's all.
That's right. And obviously, you've dealt with a ton of adversity throughout your NBA and collegiate career together, but you've also played along a ton of superstars, whether you were playing with Stephen Curry on the Warriors, obviously Brunson and the Knicks, and now, of course, with the Minnesota Timberwolves, you're alongside Anthony Edwards. What have you taken from all of those guys that you've played alongside that maybe you've added to your game or work ethic on, off the court? What have you drawn from those other stars that you've played with?
Yeah, I mean, I've taken, from Giannis is his preparation. From Steph has been, his mindset of not worrying about making and missing shots. Ant is being, he's 23 years old, but he still comes in with this level of, I guess, love for the game and just, this lightheartedness that is needed. Sometimes you're too hard on yourself sometimes collectively as players. And, he's one of those guys, his like next play mentality, and it's refreshing to see. Jalen, I'm not going to call him a star. I'm going to call him, a normal dude out there, because I'm not going to give him that upper hand. But no, he his preparation and his mindset is what sets him apart.
Yeah, absolutely. I love the little rivalry that you have with Brunson and your fellow Villanova buddies. And obviously, the commercial was great. Anything that you want to share behind the scenes that went down in making that commercial?
There was a lot of jokes. There was a lot of fun times. It was, I said this to somebody earlier yesterday or something like that. I forget. We probably could have got through the shoot a lot quicker. But knowing us of how much we play around and joke around is, we made it worth their time, and it was definitely a fun time.
Yeah, for sure. And I thought the commercial was great. I really enjoyed watching through that one. And obviously, it was cool to see you guys reunite in the commercial. Any hope that one day you reunite with those guys on the court, or with this rivalry that you have going on and the way you like to pick fun at them and make jokes, you want to stay away from teaming up with those guys again?
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like them. I know they don't like each other, so I don't know whatever they say about playing with each other is a lie. They don't like each other. But no, it. Listen, we had an opportunity last year to play together. It was absolutely amazing. Mikal did not get to experience that, and then now he's experiencing it. So, from that standpoint, it was a lot of fun, and check it off my list. Is obviously I miss those guys every day. But I'm super, I'm happy here in Minnesota. I love it here. I'm having a hell of a year. I'm feeling good. My family's good, and I still talk to those dudes every single day. So, am I missing them? No, I'm not, because I don't have to deal with Jalen and Josh every single day. Mikal's the easy one, but Jalen and Josh I don't have to deal with every day. But yeah, I mean they're my brothers, and we're always gonna have a relationship.
That's great. Yeah, you are having a hell of a year. And one last question that I have for you. I'm an Italian American myself, so I've got a little bit of bias. I root for you a little bit extra. But what does that mean to you? The fact that you prominently have been spoken about and high praise from a lot of Italian Americans that obviously follow sports or maybe are sports analysts. Do you carry that a little extra weight when you're playing? Obviously, in New York, that's such a heavy Italian American area as well. So do you carry that and like share a little bit of your Italian American heritage as pride when you're on the basketball court?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, you can see sometimes, like, I mean, last year you would see, there would be certain celebrations and stuff like that that Italians do exactly. And it brings a lot of pride to me, and my family as well. My dad takes a lot of pride in it, and being able to represent that and hopefully, play and represent the country is going to be something that I look forward to trying to do. And every single day I step on the court, it's the heritage thing. I'm trying to represent what my family means and everything like that, and where we come from.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. Any closing thoughts here on your AT&T program and the campaign that you're helping them run?
I had an amazing time. Like I said, they made it so smooth and easy. And for me, I look forward to doing, hopefully many more things with AT&T, because, like I said, I had an amazing time, and it was so easy.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for taking the time to speak with me today.
Perfect. Thank you.